And today I'll be showing you how to make a cannon in the Create mod. I've gotten millions of views, well, not millions, thousands of views from this, and I would highly recommend it as it's very fun to use. So let's start off with the cannon, and then you want to build up 2 blocks out. Make sure that you don't use unbored cannons, you want bored cannons. This one is a recoil spring, and it's purely aesthetic, but I do highly recommend it because it makes the cannon bounce backwards when you fire. And you need to extend the barrel with a suppressor, a barrel, and muzzle brakes. Then, the next step would be to dig out some space right here and put down a creative crate. The next thing you want to do after that is to put away some of these items that you don't need anymore. And you need to craft the ammo. You have to add tracer tips if you want it to glow, and then you have to add a proximity fuse if you want to explode. I use high explosive rounds for mine, and I would highly recommend that you do the same. Now, I use this loading system, but you don't need to use this. So I use a shaft, mechanical belt, and creative motor. I put 2 right here. You can make the belt longer if you would like, but this is how I do it. Increase the speed for maximum fire rate. And then you want 2 levers. Finally, it's best to get a funnel so that you can bring all of the ammo in. This is the side to assemble, and this is the side to change the fire rate. Here I would recommend using a wrench so you can control it with your hands, and if you would like, you can use a seat just like this to attach on the back, just like that. I'm going to assemble mine. Remember to crank up your RPM, and then you're done. It's super cool, it's fun to play around with, and it fires really quickly. And if you want a little bit of a slower time, for example, let's say you don't want to be firing at maximum possible firing, you can decrease it, and it will fire much slower. And you can customize it from, I believe, 0 RPM all the way up to 600 RPM. And RPM just stands for rounds per minute, which is basically how many bullets you fire in a minute. Now, I would not recommend having shaders on while you do this, because if you don't have the most powerful device, it's not going to work out the best for you. I would like to tell you that, yes, the rounds do drop on the ground, and if you do make a factory, you can recycle these shells, but otherwise you have to find some way to clean them up, either that be manually or automatically. So yeah, that's the full tutorial on how to make a cannon. Now I'll just be firing into the distance for a little bit with my cannon. See ya.